I think the biggest mistake I see is that an organisation will put the sales team at one end of an office or one end of a country and a marketing team at the other end of a country, and they don't talk. And then sales blame marketing, marketing blame sales, and it's just a nasty vicious circle where nothing ever gets done, unfortunately. And there are, as many people will know, about 12 touch points to a sale. So a buyer should be around 70 to 80% sure that they're going to buy from you before they've even inquired. So if it's a cold inquiry coming through, they've already received some marketing collateral, they've received a brochure, they've received some information, they've read a white paper, they've looked at a podcast, they've blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I won't go on. And when they get to said sales rep or sales director, whoever's fronting the floor with that, they're ready to buy pretty much. And it's just that last piece of the puzzle. People buy from people. And if you don't like somebody, you will not buy from them. But I'm absolutely ruthless in this. And I can look at something for £100 or £150. But if I don't like the person selling it to me at £100, I will go and buy it for £150. I had this recently with a very large retailer, and I won't mention the name. And I'd ordered something online. No, I'd rang them. So I first called them to say, is this compatible? It was a tech piece. Is this compatible with the piece of technology that I want to apply it to? Yes, it is. And I triple checked this on the phone with the guy. 100% that will work. That's what you need. I went online. I ordered it from said organisation. I drove there 30 minutes. Walked in. It was already paid for online. Walked in. Here's my collection ID, can I pick up said item? And I said, just want to check with you one last time, this is compatible with a piece of tech that I want to pair this up with. And the guy went, absolutely not.
Oh no.
And all of a sudden I'm going, hang on a minute, what do you mean absolutely not? No, that is not what you need, that won't work, we don't stock what you need, this is what you do need, showed me on a phone, and you need to go here to buy it. And then the response was, and it's going to take 5 days to refund your money. And I was infuriated, absolutely infuriated for the waste of time. My money's not in my bank account and I've got to spend that money again and wait for my money to come back. And I did go and buy it again, but it left a really sour taste with that company that I probably won't go back for much more in the future. And I'm lying, because 6 months later, I went back.
No, Dan.
And it was even worse an experience.
Okay.
So I walked into the same company. It was literally 3 weeks ago. And I bought myself a new toy. I've bought a future classic car, and I wanted to get a new stereo upgrade. I wanted a touchscreen and sat nav because this car doesn't have all of that. And I said, do you sell car stereos? Yeah, we do. Yeah. I said, brilliant. I want to talk to you about purchasing a car stereo. I would have spent £400 or £500. And the guy looking at me said, oh, well, I've just started my lunch break. I went, that's great, but you're on the shop floor and I'm talking to you. I want to spend £400 or £500. Do you do the installation? Yeah, can you come back in an hour?
No.
And I went, absolutely not. And walked out. And that was it. And now I will not take my money to that place, and I will go somewhere else.
And I think that is where, going back and rounding it off, that is where misalignment costs.
Yeah.
Because it's reputation, it's damage, and you've been very good at not naming them, but you could. but
I'll give you a clue. They've got some incredible. So this year, and they've been all over LinkedIn with it. They've whoever's working alongside them on their marketing plan, strategy, and delivery of their videos in particular, it's getting massive traction. Working or utilizing the younger people within their organization, and they are the people that are on camera there, and it's fun. It's a bit
irreverent, and probably
beyond that at times. And the videos are planned to look like it's not planned, and it's completely ad hoc, and they've just walked in and caught somebody unaware. And you watch that, you go, okay, yeah, they're really cool, they're doing really good stuff. But when you go in to actually inquire or buy something, it's not
the experience.
Aligned. It's not matching. And a very good friend of mine said exactly the same thing about them. He said, I refuse to shop there anymore.
So we had that with a client that their goals and objectives were fast growth. And everything was about lead generation. It's like, we just need to get the phones to ring. We need to get the phones to ring. We need to get the phones to ring. Website inquiries.
You're talking about.
Website inquiries coming through and everything. Yet the customer experience is the first thing you do. You pick up the phone to talk to the technical experts. And what happened, Dan?
I rang them 3 times while sat with the board, and nobody picked the phone up.
Yeah. Oh, and that was after having to press 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 about 5 times to get through to the sales team. So, that to me is where you go, actually, from a strategic perspective, if it's all about revenue growth, get your system aligned right from the start to the end, because you cannot afford to lose a lead. And that bad reputation will just mean they'll never call you back. And however many activation campaigns or LinkedIn posts or marketing campaigns that you put out, the sour taste of a poor experience will outweigh all of those. So get it aligned at the beginning so your strategy is visible the whole way through that customer journey. Then everything will work and work beautifully. That's our approach.
The big problem with that is that bad news spreads a lot quicker than good news, unfortunately. And as human beings, we are all naturally wired to want to rant and rave or have a moan about something that isn't working or isn't good or wasn't a good experience. I think the ratio is 7-1, isn't it, from a review platform perspective?
At least.
And I'm guilty of this. I've
keyboard warrior.
I've written some TripAdvisor reviews before of terrible, genuine terrible experiences, and I go, actually, no, people need to be aware of that, because that is a waste of my money, and I don't want them to waste their money. And we are all very quick to write that rather than the good stuff. So, I think that is one key takeaway from this podcast is that bad news spreads like wildfire.
So absolutely, make certain everything is in service to that and to your goals and objectives. And I think then you can avoid all of those different things.
To watch the full episode, please go to the Transform UK channel and maybe consider subscribing. Or don't, but probably do. Definitely do.